ज्याची आपण खूप वाट बघतो आहे. नाव आय विल इन्व्हाइट सुहास इनामदार to say a few words about his books.
Whenever there is a cricket match in progress, whenever a batsman gets out, all the fielders, 11 players from all across the ground, they come running and they celebrate the wicket. It could be the first batsman out or the fifth batsman or the ninth batsman, but still they celebrate. Celebrate for 1 or 2 minutes and then they go back and the game continues. All of them know that the game is still not over, but still they do that. Similarly, in the football match, also whenever there is a goal, whenever a player strikes a goal, everyone comes together for a few seconds, they give a high five, they enjoy, they celebrate, and then the game continues. The common message that we get from these two incidents is that you celebrate every short moment of happiness or success that you get along the way, even though the game is on. So likewise, today I am here to celebrate a small success in my long journey of having published my 13th book, and I am very glad and I am thankful that you all have shared my success here with me today. It means a lot to me that you all have come here. It's a Sunday and it's a personal time that you have decided to spend, so I am really very thankful to all of you, because these days you can ask people money, sometimes they will give, but if you say give me 2 hours of your time, they may not give, because time is very precious. So in that sense, now that you have really given me the time, I am really very thankful to all of you for this. Now here there are in the audience, all are dear to me, everyone is very close and very nice. There are 2-3 big groups here. One group is my school friends. Your raised hand, so I would say please stand up also. It's a big people, there is a big Now these are all my friends up to 1982. Imagine, ये हमारी दोस्ती कितनी लंबी चली है. ये बहुत टिकाऊ दोस्ती है हमारी. So we all have studied up to 10th standard. I passed 10 in 1982, and they are all my school friends. So since those days they are here. And I would like to especially, and while I am thankful to everyone, I would like to make a few mention that some of them have come from outstation. So like Sambashiva Shastri, Kalidas Niturkar, Sagar Saraf, Parikshit Nalwade, Viraj Bakre and Bhabiji have come from Goa exclusively for this event. So I am very thankful to you, all of them, and Vikas Pofle, sorry, I can't forget, sorry, if I missed Parikshit Nalwade, I took the name. So they are all here. So thank you very much, friends. There is another group here, which is my Telugu friends here from Amadora Telugu Association. So just clap for them as well. Now the best part is, my Telugu friends have, without hesitation I say, that they have always seen me struggling to speak fluent Telugu in the Telugu programs, but I cannot speak anyway. So for them also, it's like something new. And there are other people like Shilpa Bhuji has mentioned, that I was associated with the maintenance aspects of this tower. Sometimes in my free time earlier, I used to deal with the maintenance aspects of future towers and all. Now why I mentioned this is because all of you are seeing me today in a very different avatar, as a writer, as an author. Because I was like school friend for all my people, and we were children, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, what you will do? Nothing, you're a child, you're all vague, wild. So now you are all seeing me in an author, in the role of author. So I know it is already late. I know you are all hungry. There is some very good fragrances coming from there. Food has come. So but still I will take 20 minutes. But I promise you, it will not be boring. It will not be boring, and you will really enjoy this. Because today is my book launch event. So naturally I need to speak something about my books, about how I started writing, and about each one of my book for say 30 seconds or even at least 1 minute. And the reason is because even if I speak for 1 minute, it will be 13 minutes already. So I can't take more, but I deserve that time for everyone. So and for those of you who have attended this book launch event last time, maybe it is a repetition, but then please don't feel sorry. Look at my wife. She has heard this for several times and still she is appears interested in this. She has no choice. I have told this story several times in all such events about the book launch and all. As you have seen earlier, I have also conducted some events. So how my book writing started. So this is just to answer the question. In 2012, March, we had been to a vacation for 1 week to Malaysia and Singapore. That time we had spent some good time. Malaysia was very nice, very hospitable. But Singapore, we had some kind of a different feeling. Now this is with no kind of any remark against them or anything. But what I found was that in Singapore, people valued for money. I mean, they measured the worth of every person by how much money he has or how much money he can earn. Now that was something not really very pleasing to me. I found it slightly not correct. The feeling got intensified because in one of the Indian hotels, the waiter who was serving us the food, she was a Singaporean lady, at least 75 to 80 years old. Now it really was like painful for me that why she is working in this age. Now there could be two things: either her children forced her to work in this age, or she is working out of her own willingness. But in either case, this is not correct. That is the age when one should really retire, relax, enjoy the fruits of life that you have already spent so many years on. But then the seeds of that, why it happened is probably because they all valued money. And then the thought came up in my mind that if these people value so much money, they spend so much time for earning money, when do they really enjoy life? Do they get time? Because life is uncertain. You don't know. I mean, tomorrow somebody may be there, he may not be there. So where is the end for that? And that, thought lingered in my mind. Now there is another thing that in 2010 and 11, those of you who have used Facebook in those days, I have written some very good Facebook blogs. I used to write regularly in the Facebook. And there was a restriction in Facebook out of 400 characters only. Those of you earlier who might know, now you can write pages and pages there, but earlier there was a restriction. So you have to write very limited. And I used to write on a regular basis every day morning one positive story in Facebook. So whoever are my Facebook friends, and if you have time, you can just go back into those days of 2012-13 and see that on every day I used to write one positive story in the morning of what really happened in India. I was in Dubai that time. So people used to say that I look forward for morning positive story from Suhas on Facebook, because when you open a news channel, it is always something chori, dakaiti, and they're all negative and bad elements. So they were looking for that. Now when we were coming back, on Sri Lanka airport, Colombo airport, we had a time of around 4 hours layover between the connecting flights. And that is when my wife and children said that you talk so well, you tell so many stories to people in the functions and events, tell us something, entertain us, do something. So then I formed a story then and there. I said I need to express my feeling in slightly bigger way. It is beyond Facebook. It cannot be expressed in 400 characters. So that was the first time I got an inspiration to write a book. And then I formed 4 characters. I said, okay, there are 4 characters. One who valued money. He says that I should earn a lot of money to become happy in life. Now there is a misconception. It is not that earning money is bad. You earn money, there is no problem. And it is also not true that everyone who earns money is not happy. It is also not like that. But to assume that only if you earn a lot of money you will be happy is not correct. You can be happy without money also. So this one. So one is behind money. The second one is behind power. Because today we find many people around like Samaj Sevak, Nagar Sevak. The guy behaves like a prime minister. These people with small power. So I found these 4 ways. Like one is behind money, one is behind power, and one is behind knowledge. He is a motivational speaker. The third friend, one of the friends is a motivational speaker who motivates people all around the world. So these childhood friends who grow up and take these professions, they meet at the age of 60. And when they meet at the age of 60, they evaluate what is the happiness, how the life has treated them. And then they realize that the person who is industrialist, who had a lot of money with him, there were certain problems in his life which money could not solve. He was not happy, he was stuck. I will not tell them because it is suspense. I want to encourage you to buy the book. That's why I will not tell them. There is a person who is having a lot of power. He is a union minister in Delhi, an environment minister, but there is a situation in his life where the entire power, the police jeep before and after him and all that cannot help him because he's not happy. And the person who is a motivational speaker, who motivates people around the world, he himself is a loser. He feels that he is a loser in his life. And then the fourth person is a person who goes to his native village and he teaches children there free of cost. And he's the happiest of them all. And the story, the moral of the story is that, and that is the tagline, if you look around at the cover page, it says that happiness is not the prerogative of rich and powerful. Every successful person need not be happy. Happiness is often derived from simple things in life. That is a sustainable happiness. So this was the first book on happiness, which received good response from the readers, and that encouraged me to do the second book. So one book is over, 12 to go. Have patience. I will not take so much time for all the other books. This was the introduction part. The second book is I thought of about writing power of positive thinking. Right? Everyone says be positive, think positive, but there is a science behind it. The science is there is something called subconscious mind. Right? With our conscious mind, we do a lot of things. We say, okay, I will go there, I will pick up this, or I will do this. But subconscious mind is 30,000 times more powerful, but it is not in our control. There is a science, I mean, it's not fiction, it is a real theory. So, how do you get the subconscious mind to work for you is to think on a regular basis something which will in your night, in the sleep, it will percolate down and it will give a command to the subconscious mind to do that. So for example, that's why they say be positive. When you say positive, positive, something good will happen, the universe will conspire. The universe will all combine together and make the things happen for you. So this concept, I have put it in a fiction story where a jailer in a Mumbai jail, he has got a big underworld, one terrorist is lodged in his jail. So he says, I will reform this terrorist. I will reform through my power of positive thinking. So he starts thinking and practicing that power of positive thinking that this terrorist is reformed. And then the story is that the terrorist escapes from the jail and he continues to do his acts, but he is not successful thereafter. So the reader has to decide whether it is the power of his positive thinking which made him failure after he has escaped from the jail. The third book is about Return Journey of Stranger. It's about a 12-year-old illiterate boy from Mumbai slums. A 12-year-old illiterate boy from Mumbai slums who one day accidentally happens to be near a murder in his slum area. And then he's afraid that, because he picks up the knife from the dead body and he thinks that, his friend tells him that now you are in trouble, police will catch you. So he runs away. And he lands in the Delhi railway station. Now imagine a boy who has never left his slum area without his parents. Suddenly he is far away in Delhi in a railway station, and railway stations are very notorious places by the way. Many antisocial elements happen there. From that point, how the life picks up. I mean, he faces a lot of struggle. Then there is one kind-hearted soul, somebody finds him. At the age of 18, he learns ABC and 1, 2, 3. And then at the age of 24, he becomes the CEO of a real estate company. Now the real struggle, the challenge for his life comes when his company asks him to demolish the same slums in Mumbai where he has grown up. Because he has got a different identity in the real estate company. He doesn't reveal that he is from that slums. So now what will he do? Will he go back to those slums? Can he evict his parents? Can he evict his sister? His childhood was there. And then what about the murder charge which is still pending in the court against him? That is a suspense which you have to read. Right, the fourth book, Life Version 2. This is about a 60-year-old successful, happy businessman who is very happy in his personal life, professional life, enjoying life. But he believes in astrology. And one day one astrologer tells him that he is going to die after 6 months. Nobody wants to die. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. This is the big problem in life. So he takes that. It's a big shock. He says, no, I deserve to live still. I cannot die now. But then fate is fate. Everyone knows, all are matured people, that we are going to die one day. And then he prepares for death. He prepares for 6 months. He says, okay, I'm going to die. He gives the power of attorney to his children, his succession plan, everything, and he withdraws from the life. His wife also is surprised. Because his wife, he has been telling his wife that like the MDH Masala person, the old man, or the Ratan Tata, he gives these examples in the casual talk. He says, I'm going to work like them till my end. And suddenly he changes. He says, no, 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 I want to be happy, simple, enjoy life, see the sunrise and experience the cool breeze and all that. So his wife is surprised what happened, but he prepares for death. And at the interval of the book, when the time of death, he doesn't die. That is the problem. Now he starts feeling whether he is an unwanted guest on this earth. He should have departed, but he has not gone. What has gone wrong? Then he investigates that why this astrological prediction has gone wrong. And then he discovers that there is a big conspiracy to demoralize him, disappoint him and deject him. And that further part is the suspense, which is the fifth book is Evolving Paradigms of Life. This book is highly recommended for anyone above 60 years of age. So if you are giving gift of book to anyone, please, I would recommend this book. This book talks about 7 decades and 3 generations. Like there is a person who is born in 1937, and by the way, this is parts of it are matching with my father. My father is born in 1933. So I took some inputs from him while writing. That is, he has experienced the India's freedom on 15th August 1947. I don't think any one of us here have experienced. We only celebrate the Independence Day. But he is a person, as a child, he has experienced really when India attained freedom, when there was a freedom, people were happy across the streets, hoisting the flag for the first time with pride, Jana Gana Mana and all that. Now, his experiences over the next 60 years, how the life and the society has changed. And to say a few things, and that is why I say people here above 50, my age group, they will relate to this. Earlier in the villages, when you go, when a newcomer comes and says, asks for an address, there will be 4 people accompanying him to take to the address. They will ask about it, they will say, whose house you have come, they will do this. Today, I can say with reasonable confidence, you cannot name your 3 neighbors. That is the society, that is how we have changed. We have not gone to our neighbors' houses, we don't know them. The transformation of this, how the society, and there is a technology is responsible. Sorry for all the technocrats here, whoever are here, but then technology is making the connections easier, but they are drawing us apart. Today we have everyone's phone number with us, but how often do we talk? Earlier, like 1960s and 70s, when we were children, there was no televisions in the house. In the evening, everyone used to assemble and talk. They used to talk heart to heart. That was the real conversation. Now, you switch off the Wi-Fi in the house, people will struggle to survive for even 2 minutes. It is not possible. So how this change has happened, this is the change of the society. So this book is Evolving Paradigms of Life. The 6th book, the Second Chance. The Second Chance is about the professional ethics which no university teaches in the world. Everyone teaches engineering, medicine, law and everything, but there is no ethics. Ethics has to come from within. And to say that, I have given examples of 3 professions which are very unfortunately notorious. Doctor, lawyer and a journalist. Today, we all know, we are afraid to go to a corporate hospital. If you have any fever, you won't go to a corporate hospital. You know they will royally loot you. That is unfortunate part. 30, 40 years back, the doctors, they were considered the angels, the roop of God. Devacha roop, Bhagwan ka roop mante the wo. Today they are there only to recover the money of the investment on the machines, hospital and all that. So you can't trust a doctor. Journalist, today you know which channel you want to watch to see whether there is everything good or see which is bad, what is bad here. Everyone knows which channel and which political party. And the journalist, even journalists have been sold. The lawyers are already known, sorry Viraj. Lawyers are known for converting good to bad, bad to good, everything. They say when there is a court argument in the lawyer, both the lawyers know the truth. It is the test of the judge. They know the truth actually, both of them. They are arguing from other side. So this is the story of 3 friends who start with a clean slate, a doctor, a journalist and a lawyer. But midway through the career, they become ambitious and they adopt unethical practices. And then they go very far in this. And then they reach a problem where they cannot come back and they have to struggle to come back from that. So one or two incidents from this book I really like is Uttarakhand floods, where these three people, they are very renowned and very famous people. They have got a lot of reputation and all, but they go to Uttarakhand, and one night when they are staying in the hotel is washed away. The floods which happened in Uttarakhand. So imagine the three people in the Uttarakhand, when it is washed away, their car SUV is also washed away. Nothing they have got. And in the mountainous areas, if they say I am having a company, they also, who cares? Nobody. They struggle to even get food, and they realize the value of food, because if you skip your meal twice, then you will know the value of food. Right? We take regular food, we don't understand. But if you happen to miss your 2 meals, then you really know what is hunger. So these people, they enjoy, and they experience this kind of problems, and then they recover. They come back from that and they take good path. The 7th book, My Friend Ginny, is a fantasy fiction where a middle-class, middle-aged person in Mumbai, he accidentally gets a hold of a ring, a magical ring. By rubbing which, accidentally there is a genie coming out. This book is very good for all children up to 15, 16 years. Whoever children are reading books, please, you can gift it to them, they will enjoy reading this. So the genie comes and says, okay, tell me what you want, I will do it for you. This person is very happy. So, but he is very principled. He says, I will not take anything extra from him. I will take whatever is due and in the righteous means. So he says, I want some money, but I don't want a favor. So the genie says, okay, simple, I will tell you some shares. You buy those shares, they will rise tomorrow. You sell it. It's a very legal way of earning money. Because he says, I can see, I know the future. So likewise it goes on. One day he wants slightly more money. He says, okay, buy this particular lottery ticket. I know it is going to win the prize. Imagine you get this power, how the life will turn out to be. The problem happens is when the genie starts telling him about the future. And that is why the tagline of this book is that sometimes knowing future can be dangerous. Today, we all don't know about our future. It's a big blessing from the God. Imagine if we know what is going to happen tomorrow, life will become boring. It will be like a drama. You act. That's it. But today, that uncertainty keeps the interest in the game alive, in the life alive. So, there are certain situations. For example, the genie tells him that tomorrow, one of the restaurants is going to catch fire. There is an accident going to happen there, and there are some people going to die. And in the evening, his wife tells him that his daughter is going for a birthday party in that restaurant. What will he do? He has not told this secret to his family still. So if he says not to send his daughter there, he has to tell a reason why. And if he sends her, then she can be in trouble. These kind of situations he faces, and then there is a lot of climax and all that, which I allow you to read later. The 8th book is The Last Evidence, which is about karma. All of us have heard about karma. So there is a tourist guide who is like a thief actually. So what he does is, in Delhi, whenever people come for tourism, he goes around with them. He knows their plans. And some people say, no, we are here for 1 week, then 1 week we go there, and he somehow gets their address, goes there and robs their house there. So likewise he does it. But one day the police come close to him, they are about to catch him. He leaves that place and he goes to a remote village. He transforms himself. He becomes a saint. And then he starts, giving a lot of righteous values to the village, improves the life of the people there. And like he's about to be rewarded. He even likes the Zamindar's daughter, he loves her, and they are all agreed to get him married. And when he is about to be rewarded for all his good work, the police come there. So the question is, should a person be punished for his past crimes? Because now he's reformed. He is no more the criminal. But, so is it yes or no? It's a different answer. So I leave it to the readers to decide whether a person should be punished for the crime which he has committed earlier in his life. The 9th book, World Under Siege, is a technological thriller. So whoever is in IT will like it. I am a novice in IT. I don't know much, but this is about a company in Mumbai. They develop a server which, by observing the login parameters of the intelligence agencies around the world, different countries, they will predict which country is going to attack who. Now this kind of capability of server is developed by Mumbai for FBI, which is US. And when this server is being transported there, it is stolen from London in the flight change and by a Japanese hacker. Now he's a notorious, he's a criminal. So the world is under siege because now the criminal has got the access to that server and he can play havoc with the world, whatever. The sequel of that is that the police recover this, suspense is out, and they get it from him, but they find out that there is a big conspiracy called pandemic happening. There is a big international mafia which is interested in continuing the pandemic. They want the pandemic to go by releasing waves and new viruses, so that the hospitals, the oxygen cylinders and everything, they will keep earning bad money out of this. So this is what is they observe, and the climax of the story is when there are 6 jihadi terrorists, bio-jihadi, who are infected with the deadly virus. They are about to leave from Kashmir to Delhi, and from Delhi to 6 different cities, and they are tasked with mixing with the crowds to spread this virus as much as possible. There is no virus, and there can be millions of deaths happening. So how the world is rescued from that is the rescue mission. 10th book, 11th book, one gone already, 11th book, Ambition in Ignorance. This book happened because by this time some of my readers, they made a comment. They said, sorry, I'm speaking so much, battery is getting over, but another 5 more minutes, sir. Just bear with me. The Ambition in Ignorance happened because some of my readers, they said that my books are biased. There is no female lead character in any of my books. This is very unfair. So I said, sorry, it was not my intention ever. But then it happened. So just to remove that thought, just to remove kind of just to remove any kind of confusion from people's mind, I said, okay, I will write a book for women. Now I have to write something, it's all fiction. So this book is written Ambition in Ignorance. It is for all the women, irrespective of their career, they can be ambitious. And this story has been narrated in the way of a housewife. Because traditionally in Indian society, a housewife is like, it is assumed that she doesn't have any ambitions. She cannot have any kind of success of her own. A housewife, it is said that she has to happy when her children score good marks in the exam, she feels happy. If her husband gets a promotion in office, then she should be happy. Why? Can't she have her own parameters? So this is the story of a mid-40 woman who is a housewife, who has got 2 school-going children, and suddenly one day she becomes ambitious. She says, I want to achieve something of my own. And then she takes on a journey. She achieves some success. There are a lot of struggles in the way. There is a politician who comes and crosses her path, but she finally gets huge success at the president level and all medals and awards she gets. That is about the Ambition in Ignorance. Now 12th book, Operation Heartstrings. I am very happy to say that this is resembling Dhurandhar. Luckily and thankfully this is released before Dhurandhar, so I am happy. Otherwise people would have said I have copied from that. Not my intention. But here an Indian raw agent is given a task of going to Pakistan and infiltrating their nuclear installations and diffusing those nuclear weapons without their knowledge. Because every time these Pakistani people in the media, they say, we also have nuclear weapons, we also have. So once for all, we want to remove this threat. So what we do is that we diffuse them without their knowledge. So they will keep happy that we have nuclear, we know they don't have anything kind of thing. So now this person goes successfully, like Hamza Ali Mazari, he also goes inside under a different name. He goes into the nuclear installation. He makes friendship with the in charge of that nuclear installation also. But the problem is that the daughter of that in charge falls in love with him. And she is a big ISI officer. So whether his identity will be revealed when he's there. Because if his identity is revealed, he is in big trouble. That's it, nobody will give it. One side it is love, emotions. So whether he will give more preference to his personal life, which is love, or he will give for patriotism, which is his country's pride and all. So whether he comes back, whether he safely comes back, what happens, definitely there is a lot of twist at the end, and I recommend you to read this one. The last one, happily, thankfully, 2 minutes over now. It's about the legacy, my 13th book, which is about a successful businessman not writing his legacy when he dies. that is Vikram Malhotra, and he dies and there are two children. So he doesn't write. Like same happened with Dhirubhai Ambani when he died in 2002. He did not write a will. So Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, they worked together for 3 years only, up to 2005. By then their differences appeared and they separated. So likewise here also in this, they separate. The younger child is slightly more rash. He says, that no, I want to, and he thinks that the bigger brother is his enemy. And to complicate the matters, a third son comes up. That is Vikram Malhotra had given birth to a child before his marriage. So now he is Karan, rightly called as Karan. Karan is also without any kind of recognition throughout Mahabharata. So this Karan says, why I am deprived of the respect and the honor that I should get from society as the son of Vikram Malhotra. And then he comes in and what he does is a suspense, whether he complicates the matter or whether he makes it more simplified and all that. So that is the 13th book. I am writing 2 more books. I will hope to invite you again for my next book launch event sometime in September or October, definitely for this. Before I conclude, you want to say? Yes.
Well, Suhas, I mean, on a public demand, we want to make your life more difficult. You should write 1 book in your mother tongue, which is Marathi, and 1 in Telugu also. So please, I mean, other than the 2 books which are in pending, you said, please the 3rd one and the 4th one from here should be Marathi and Telugu. So please,
The next launch should be in Hyderabad, from where you were born and you were brought up. Okay? Yes, that is my demand.
So I just conclude now. Before I conclude, very important. I have to thank certain people. So first I thank Chief Guest Mahesh Sonone. I thank guest of honor. They have given their time, precious time to. I thank all the people who are here. As I said earlier, I am thankful to you from my bottom of my heart. You have spent your 1 weekend with me, and that means a lot to me. Special mention to those I said who have come from outstation, like Sambashul. I don't want to repeat the names again, sorry, but Hyderabad, Mumbai, Goa, and Solapur is there. Rajesh Deshpande, I think is not there. Okay. Cochin also, yes. So Cochin, there is another team. Okay, I would also mention. There is, you want to speak, sir? Mohan Rajan, there is one Mr. Mohan Rajan, with whom I worked in Kerala from 1990 to 92. Now he's settled with his daughter here in Pimpri Chinchwad. He has come, so please big round of applause for him. So he still remembers me as 23-year-old. I was just 23 years when I was in Kerala. So our association is dating back to that. I'm really thankful to you, sir. You took time and came here. And so now I would like to felicitate as a token of appreciation for all the speakers who have given their feedback, because you have prepared and you have contributed to this event, made this event more like entertaining and better informative. So I hand over now to Shilpaji to continue with this. 1 minute before that. Yeah, so from my side, thank you very much. Please enjoy the event further. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Suhas Inamdar ji. Now we would like to thank those who gave a wonderful feedback of Suhas Inamdar ji with a small token of love. So now I request Suhas Inamdar ji to felicitate Prashant Mane, Virat, Prashant Mane, I would like to call Viraj Bakre. Mrs. Revati Inamdar.
Family member.
We would also like to thank Mr. Sandeep, Miss Neha, and Miss Parvati. Without their help, this program couldn't have been a success. Please come. Mr. Vishal.
decorating whatever posters you are seeing. They are really working. Yes, on behalf of Sneha, very soon. Okay.
Yeah, I request everyone to please have some refreshments now. But there is one announcement. Suhas Inamdar's books are also available for sale at discounted rates. Any one book for rupees 200, any 3 books for rupees 500. And if you take a complete set of 13 books, it would be of for 1500 rupees. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Shilpa ji, also for accepting to do the comparing. Thank you.
Shilpa Pucheji has really done a wonderful job. So please give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much.